Three, two, one, and we're live. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kevin, you the Farm D, aka Kevin the Refugee. If you can't hear, I'm actually in the streets of LA. It's hella busy right now, and yeah, I just decided live just stream just from out here, man. Because I was actually doing work earlier, and funny thing was that I was actually streaming for about 5 minutes until I realized my stream was not public and it was just private. So I was like, fuck. So it's all good. But until people get in, what's going on, man? I feel like it's been quite a while since I've really uploaded any quality videos and stuff. I actually shot quite a bit of video today, answering a lot of your questions and trying to keep that dynamic back and forth. But I think it's been really hard for me just because I just feel like my life is going like 10,000 miles per hour. Every single day I'm talking to new businesses. This dream of being an entrepreneur is like actually no longer a dream. I'm actually doing it, which is fucking crazy. It feels so freaking good to finally be an entrepreneur, man. And the concept, holy shit, there's this Mustang that just came by. But where am I at? I'm at Line Hotel in Los Angeles. Here, let me take out my mouse. I'll show you what's my surroundings like. This is where I am. Mark, woo! Yo, 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 yo. What's up? That guy in Mustang is not compensating for anything. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, this week I actually shot quite a bit of videos, man, and I'm really excited to release them. I have one major video that's going to come out. I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to be big for my fans per se, but it's going to be big for anybody that is interested in business, and Mark knows everything I'm talking about. But yeah, man, like, it's really crazy. Like, recently my life has been going so quick, and I'm so glad that I took like a step backward to move 10 steps forward, because I'm not living my life trying to be an entrepreneur anymore. Dude, I actually am. And even though I'm not like 7-figure consultant like Scott Alsford types of stuff, you know, it feels fucking good. I finally see my future. But anyways, today's stream isn't about that. What it's really about is what to do like when you're burnt out and you still need to get shit done. Because let's be honest, not everybody can afford the luxury of doing nothing, just letting yourself just sit. Some people don't have that luxury, and especially if you're like me, like I don't have that luxury, you know? Super confident, super sure of himself. Who's this Markful? Yeah, but so it's been tough, man. This is the longest burnout I've ever gone throughout my life. Typically, my burnout phases, they last like anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. But, man, I want to say I've been feeling burnt out for the last almost month per se. And that's quite a long time. And it scares the shit out of me. Because, like, you know, I can't be straight grind mode. I can't be straight hustle mode and shit. And that was, like, sort of my identity for the longest time. Like, I'll grind, I'll hustle anyone, right? But I realized it comes at like a pretty big cost, man. At the cost of my health. And plus, it's not healthy to have this like workaholic addiction, you know? For when you have burnout this long, you have to really, you can't just drop everything. You really need to learn how to manage it. And so I just want to share a little bit about how I'm managing it right now and see if you guys relate to anything at all, right? Mark says, real talk, man, respect. How have you been dealing with overwhelm? So this is really interesting. It's just like, okay, for example, right? One of the hardest things for me is to like create content, daily content every single day. For some reason, it's ironic because I'm actually a lot better at creating content nowadays than I was when I first started. I'm more efficient, but I just don't have the energy, capacity, or like anything just to pump out content as like I used to, right? So one of the questions I've been asking every single day is like, hey, what is most helpful for me? Like, what is the number? If I were to choose one thing, what's the most important thing that I can do? And that has been really powerful and kick ass for me, man. Like the other day, like it was just to reach out to a business owner, like a billionaire, millionaire, and see if how I can help their business. And it's so crazy. The results have been. I'm about to land some major contracts that are gonna really change not only my life but everyone around me. And the people, it's so ridiculous. Like how just doing one thing. Sometimes more is not always better, you know. And actually, doing more sometimes is fucking worse, you know, because you're just wasting all this energy. Mark says, yeah, we used to living in the pressure cooker. Yeah, man. Like it's that immigrant mentality where it's just like you're a refugee, just really trying hard to make things work. But sometimes we just forget to step back for a second and just be like, yo, is this the best use of my time? Is this what I should be using my time on? And often the real answer is just no. What does it feel like? Tired and can't focus? Yeah, consistently tired. And honestly, this week, or more like these last 4 days, I just been letting myself sleep in. I've been skipping my jujitsu workouts, like my 6 a.m. jujitsu workouts, just because I'm so burnt out. I'm so tired all the time. And it's not healthy for me. I know it. I know it's not healthy for me. And so I've really had to take a step back and just let myself recover. I'm planning to go maybe to Malibu or something like that, just to sit back and relax, man. So that's going to be really important for me. What I go through is never feeling like I'm enough or satisfied, even though I'm accomplished in a lot of things. Yo, Satin, that was my video on like the fear of laziness. You know, it's very interesting because Paul and I actually had dinner the other day in Seattle, which was pretty. Honestly, it was really cool meeting Paul in really real life. It was really cool because we just automatically clicked like that. But yeah, man, I think it's that fear of being lazy. And I noticed for myself, right, when I compare myself to other, I don't know, since like I'm working on my own thing right now, when I see other 9 to 5ers like go to work and stuff, I'm always like, shit, I need to work more than 40 hours a week. I need to work like their time and plus more, which isn't healthy. And let's be honest, the work, if you're in the creative, if you're creating content, if you're in this entrepreneur space, it takes a different type of energy than just to check in a 9 to 5. So it's not even comparison. Even though I know that logically, I'm just like, God damn it, Kevin, why are you so goddamn lazy? And that's honestly not a very healthy relationship to have with yourself. So I've kind of taken a step back and just really focus on what is going to drive the most results today, you know? And speaking about results, I'm about to hit the 6K mark. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. I got to celebrate. Even though like to me those numbers are just vanity metrics, like it feels really good, man. I don't think I ever want to be those channels with like huge big dick following. I just care about loyal people. I just want to change one person at a time and start really focusing my content on more quality over quantity, man. Um, Noise, add that value. My body can't keep up with my work ethic. I'm trying to figure out how to balance health and work. And that's the thing. Sometimes we have to take a step back, but also sometimes we just have to be like, yo, I can't do all of this by myself. How can I leverage? Who can I find on Fiverr? Just kidding. Or Upwork. But more importantly, like who like what the number one thing that changed my mind was actually creating a team. So currently I run a high ticket closing practice. I have a bunch of closers on my team and we close for different influencers, right? So I'm not having to do all the work myself. I'm thinking about how to leverage different people. And ever since I started thinking like that, I'm thinking about how can I create other opportunities for people? How can I create like who has similar goals and what kind of opportunities can I create? That's the power of leverage, right? Working together toward a common goal. So, for example, Paul, we wanted. Oh yeah, by the way, hit that like button. I got some people in here. Hit that freaking like button so it'll pop up in people's sub boxes. But like that's why I was like suggesting when we were thinking about doing pharmacy t-shirts, I was like, dude, we should leverage each other's brand and each other. So that's one way you can balance that health and work, is that sometimes we don't always need to do things ourselves. We can do things together, and work toward the same goal. Time to sapphire it up. Even though it was the first time I met you, I feel like we've known each other for years. And baby, that's the power of closing, son. No, that's just the power of being real, man. When you're with like-minded people, conversations just click. Personalities just click. When I first met, so when I first met you, Paul, yeah, it felt like we knew each other for years. We talked about very similar topics that we just clicked about. It felt really cool being able to just like, you don't really need to explain yourself. You just have a underlying like basic understanding. That's how I felt with like people like Brian, people like you, Mark. There's a lot of different people that I just clicked with. Congratulations to your brother graduating pharmacy school. Yeah, dude, that was a while ago, but yeah, man, I'm so happy for my little bro. I was actually going to do a vlog on it, and know what's so funny these days? I just find myself that I don't have enough time to like edit my daily vlogs anymore. I mean, I went to Seattle last week. I went to the Starbucks reserve place. That shit was fun. That shit was so goddamn fun. It's almost like it was like, I'm not a Starbucks fan, but it's really cool just trying to study the branding of Starbucks and see what it was meant to be, not where like people would just bum off free Wi-Fi like in LA and stuff. But it was really cool to just chill there and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm having trouble like editing all my vlogs and finding enough time. And I think what I want to do is focus on making more money so I can eventually hire a full-time editor on my channel so I don't have to edit anymore. Mark says, yeah, boy, yeah, boy. Get that Lamborghini in the garage and talk about knowledge. Yeah. Funny, Ty Lopez, man. Ty Lopez. Yeah, man, but like I would say like I'm not saying my life is all that great right now, and I definitely took don't get it wrong. I definitely took a step financially from pharmacy to pursue this dream, but I don't regret it at all. And I think one of the biggest things is like what I realized, my poor mindset and my richer mindset these days, is that nothing is really certain in life. And I think like a lot of people who are trying to leave pharmacy or jump careers and stuff, they're waiting for that perfect moment. And sometimes the best decisions in life is just to be like fucking YOLO and just quit. Logically, it might not make sense, but here's the thing. Listen to me first, right? Imagine if you quit your job, all your jobs. How much harder would you work? How much harder would you work to make things actually work out? Let's say, like my other friend, like the other day, we were actually here. We at Line Hotel, and we were talking about. You hear that? That guy was like, "Hey, brother, you good?" He knows that I'm fucking live streaming and shit. But the other day I was actually here with my friend at Line Hotel, and we were talking about like how she hates her job, how it's causing her physical stress. She's having a breakout with her mouth and stuff. It's not herpes, by the way, but it was like she was having some sort of, I don't know, like autoimmune type of thing due to stress. And I was just like, dude, why don't you just go on to LOA? Do you have at least 2 weeks of pay? She's like, yeah, I do. I was like, well, imagine this. You quit your job or go on LOA. You have 2 weeks. And during those 2 weeks, just focus on applying to a job that you really love. When was the last time that you actually took a step back and really gave yourself enough time to pursue something that you actually really want? And that's the thing. When you burn your ships down and when you like really go balls to the wall, it makes you think completely differently. You stop thinking about, can I do it? Should I do it? And you invest that energy into, how do I make it? How do I do it? So we got 10 people in here. Those new people, wow, it's hella loud here. Those new people, fucking hit that like button, son. Loving the authenticity. Paul says I need to get an editor too. That initial leap was crazy hard. YOLO. Yeah, it is hard, man. It's fucking scary. And I don't. Okay, so I'm telling you this. If you do, okay, let's pretend for a second. If someone like Paul or something were to leave their job, like let's say within 2 weeks, right? First thing you need, must do. It's a requirement, right? Invest in a high income skill. That is the most important thing. You either get fucking good at a high income skill, or don't leave your job. Or if you're going to, at least find a job that where you can either develop a high income skill, or where you can look for a better job to improve your situation, right? So you have the courage to do it. I'm too scared. Poor mindset. Can't do it. It's too hard for me to change that part. Paul, out of all the people I met, I know you can do it. Because, dude, if on the surface, Paul, I'll be really honest with you. You're more successful than I ever was as a pharmacist, man. You made it into a hospital without a residency, man. You have 4 different jobs. I'm not going to reveal all your jobs. And you're doing your DIY stuff. You're doing so much. You have the power to. Now, the only thing is, put yourself in the environment where you can actually succeed. Paul, I believe in you more than you probably believe in yourself, man. So I know you can do it. But it's just like, the only thing is, maybe it's time to start cultivating a high income skill, you know? And one thing, okay, so if you guys don't know, I follow Dan Locke. Dan Locke is I consider Dan Locke one of my mentors. I consider actually Ramit Sethi my first mentor, because I buy all his freaking courses and I really looked up to him. Second mentor I ever had was probably Dan Locke, right? And it really did hit me. Like, of course, there's high ticket closing. That's like one of the skills that I'm developing. There's copywriting, right? But the skill that really popped out to me was like YouTube, and I really didn't realize that. Yo, YouTube is a high income skill, and I haven't been thinking about it like that. So that totally blew my fucking mind, and ever since then, I've been looking at YouTube totally differently, man. Hello, says Green Tea Latte. Just don't rage quit. Proper notice. Haha. How important is college to you? Honestly, so it's really interesting. My friend Kevin Wu, he actually did an interview with me. I'll post it up soon, and maybe I'll post it to my Refugee Hustle newsletter and share it with you guys. But we were talking about what college means in 2018. When I had to, wow, this is how you know you're in LA. Hella sirens and shit. So when I was deciding college, it was 2006 or 2005, going into 2006. We did not have the internet. We did not have all these self-education courses. We did not have all these this equal playing ground. Keep in mind, when Google came out, I was only 10 years old. Google was really in its infancy. So I didn't really the world was very different. We also didn't have smartphones back then too. Dude, if you had a good texting plan, yo, you were considered baller back in the day. So it was very different. Now, the real question is what is the world like in 2018? Is college useless? I wouldn't go as far to say that. If you want to become a lawyer, doctor, healthcare, anything that is required to have a high education degree, that's still worth it, right? But I would say the value of college is not as it was back in 2006 when I had to decide. Personally, and this is a personal opinion, I don't think I would do college. There's so many opportunities now where you can make money and do that. And here's the thing. I'm going to throw another idea out there that is probably quite unpopular, But dude, self-educate yourself with something low risk. Like, dude, going into a program like Dan Locke's is like 2,500. Okay, going into like Neville's copywriting course is only 500 or $600. Compare that to six-figure debt. Why not learn something that can make you a lot of money? Support yourself first. And let's say if you are so passionate about pharmacy, med school, or something, do it then. Why not? Fund yourself through all that if you truly have the passion for that. Isn't that a better life? Like, why do we have to continue this thought of being a poor college student? There's so much education out there. And wouldn't that make you a better practitioner when you're not so drawn to the money, to staying in a profession that maybe, I don't want to say you're not passionate, but something that you just go in for a paycheck? Wouldn't that make you a better practitioner? Maybe. Lol, I just found out about Dan Locke about 20 minutes ago, and I learned like 20 new things from him. He's a really great guy. Mark says, you got this, Paul Tran pharmacist. I follow Dan Locke's videos too. Dan Locke is a real good guy, man. Like, I know I'm very different from Dan Locke, but a lot of his philosophies, I really resonate with him because I'm Chinese, I'm Cantonese, right? Or I'm not technically Toisan, but I'm Cantonese, same shit, right? And it's really cool seeing someone like Dan, Asian, and he's like kind of like a Gary Vee of us Asians, and he's actually successful. You know, his wealth is there. You know, like everything is there. And even if it was fake, he has given me enough value in my life where it's totally radically changed my life. And now, because of him, I'm able to change other people's lives too. I listened to his audiobook a few times. Dan, love it when he curses. His book, FU Money, anybody that hasn't heard of FU Money, check out my affiliate link and read FU Money. You get a free audio book and shit, and just listen to it. If you don't even buy his course, that's even perfectly fine. Just listen to FU Money, and that book will change your life. Listen over and over again to exit. I think the main value of that book is just like so that you live life on your own terms. Why fucking listen to someone tell you what you should be doing? I don't think that's not the type of life I want to live. My family didn't work this fucking hard to come to America to like be bossed around and live like a half-assed life that I don't want to live. And that's cheating myself too. If you want to know what's really lazy or really shitty about life, is just like you live a life just of inadequacy, knowing that you could have became something, but because you didn't have the balls to do something, that is I would regret and kick myself so goddamn hard. Hey, for those 6 people who are watching this and didn't like it, fucking like my video. Hell yeah. Let's see, Nokia. I think college will become more and more obsolete. So I'm going to apply for colleges this fall, except the ones that require, such as healthcare professionals. Yeah, man, you can't become it's good to have like a freaking doctor that is actually medically licensed, honestly. I'm not saying like don't go to college, right? But I think we should take the step back to ask whether is college worth it for us. And in fact, can we do something better? Can we reverse engineer? See, let's say if you want to become a business person, is it required to have college? No, you don't need college to become successful in business. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't, but if we study the past of the people who did it and understand the context, then maybe we can reverse engineer and like skip some steps. I mean, why? Like, I think a lot of time we just try to figure things out as we go. Maybe we just go a certain degree. We don't like it. Let's keep on trying, moving around. I'm not saying that that's inevitable, but come on, if we can take the steps to mitigate our risks as much as possible and study what other people are doing and then go and then use that as a roadmap to attack what we want in life and get what we really want, let's do it. For me, I'm actually like copying Dan Locke, man. In 2018, he got really good at copywriting. He got really good at closing. I'm following his same path and trying to create that same path for myself, right? And he's doing YouTube. I'm doing YouTube. So, yeah. I didn't. No, it's so funny. I didn't even expect to talk about Dan Lok today. That just like totally came up randomly. I think got started talking about high income skills, but whatever. I just really want to talk about like my burnout, man. So funny. Mm. um, Sort of scared of whether or not I'm doing the right choice because it costs so much money. I don't even know what I want to do as my career yet. Hey, Sutton, you've been a long time fan. Let's talk about it, okay? Why don't you message me on Facebook or Instagram and let's actually set up a call for you. I don't give this to everyone, but for you, a day one homie, let's talk about it, bro. True, I have to go to I have to go to school, become a dentist. School is definitely important if you're going into healthcare. No, man, I could just go. I could just go to a sketchy ass dentist who doesn't know shit about teeth or anything like that, and have them perform my dental cleaning, bro. I can just hire someone $5 an hour. Yeah, hell no. Yeah, you're right. Green tea latte for healthcare. You definitely want to make sure that these people know what the fuck they're doing. When is YouTube University going to come out? Take video courses at home, go to a testing center with fingerprint and ID, hire all the best professors across the nation. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the thing. Everything is becoming more and more virtual if you think about it, you know? And I think it's great. Like, dude, not everybody has the fucking time to go back to school. This e-learning, like learning from abroad is really great. And I think like Dan Locke's course, it's a great example of how to create a high quality course. Out of all the courses I bought, Dan Locke's course was really, really fucking good. Um, the way he presents, the way he structures his homework, everything just fits. You know, I just love it. Damn, bro, so right, says Tim V. Question: did you read an article? Oh wait, hold on. Let's screenshot this. Question: did you read an article about a dentist who went into $1 million in debt? Was the dude an idiot? No, sometimes shit happens. I'll tell you this: for pharmacy, it's really easy to rack up $500,000 with school tuition. All it takes, is just switching your major a few times, and then compound interest actually can work against you, man. So yeah, man, like maybe I don't know if he was an idiot, but let's pretend when he was at the $500,000 mark, he was like, fuck, I probably gotta figure out something. And he just went like that. That's why I'm just like, if you want to make a lot of money and you're going to healthcare, that's the wrong decision to make just because there's so much debt you need to take. And that's why I encourage people, hey, if you want to eventually become a healthcare professional, how much better of a healthcare professional would you be if you created a high income skill and then went into it later if you really chose to feel like it? FU money, that concept of FU money and living like life on your own terms doesn't mean that you don't go to school. You can go to school if you want. And that's the whole point. You can choose to go to school if you totally want to. No one's telling you don't go to school, but it's a choice. You don't want to be forced to go to school if you don't feel like it. Those 14 people hit that. Those 4 people who are watching this stream, I'm talking to you. Fucking hit the like button, man. Don't bum off this free stream, man. Add value. I lost my train of thought after reading Philmon's question. Yeah, if you don't have any financial support, you'll be likely heavy to be in debt. Real question: you regret going into pharmacy? No, man, I don't regret going into pharmacy, and that's. I think. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot that question because here's the thing, right? Do I regret going into pharmacy? No. Here's the thing: it's never a waste for me, right? How I look at pharmacy is like it's stepping blocks, right? With every single step, like sometimes you just grow out of things, right? Pharmacy was really good for me for a certain amount of time. It allowed me to actually pay for Dan Locke's course. It allowed me to buy this laptop I'm talking on to you right now. It allowed me to buy my camera equipment. So, and it's the reason why I'm here in California and got to meet Joe and all these really cool people in my life. If it wasn't for pharmacy, I would not be here today. but kind of like your toys, your childhood hobbies. I'm not playing Pokemon Red and Blue like in 2018. I used to do that when I was probably 11 years old, but I don't do that in 2018 when I'm 30 years old. Sometimes you just really grow out of things. Do I hate pharmacy? No, I don't hate pharmacy, but I just realized at a certain point it's not for me anymore, and I just grew out of it. So yeah, man, it's just like sometimes you just grow out of certain things, and it's not the end of the world. You just pivot then. You just move on to the next thing. It's why Dan Locke, he didn't just copyright for the rest of his life. He just kind of grew out of it, and he wanted more challenge. For me, sure, I could have pursued a residency. Sure. Goddamn, everybody's fucking racing along Wilshire, man. Holy shit. But what I'm saying is that, like, I think there's something where about people that we always want to consistently challenge ourselves. At least for me, right? I can't speak on all of you guys, but at least for me, like, I want to continuously challenge myself and consistently try to see who I am, what can I do, my full potential. That would be really great. Let's see. Philemon says, Paul Tran, you are right. College is becoming obsolete. Musically Victory. Hey, HTC brother. What's up, man? HTC in the house. We had Mark in here earlier, and I don't know who this Musical Victory is, but if you are HTC, hey, let me ask you guys, how many of you guys are HTC in this chat? How many of you guys are part of HTC or bonus have bought HTC because of me? I'm just very curious. I've heard many people start to build high income skills and put down that they graduated from a normal university with some generic degree. Nobody will question if you have the skills. Dude, I would be surprised if people fucking lied about like their degree and shit. Honestly. Is it ethical? No, I don't believe it's ethical. And to me, like I just think it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. So I know some people who say, okay, so maybe it's not a typical university, but I know some people who have said that they took HCC, but when I look them up, they have never taken high ticket closer ever, and they put it on their LinkedIn. I was like, God damn, it's hella unethical. I don't think that's cool, man. But yeah, it's their life. I mean, if you want to go on life cheating yourself, cheating other people, man, that's all you, man. But I don't fuck with that shit. I'm only about that real, son. Cool. I can DM you later on Insta or email. Yeah, do that, man. Let's set up a call and let's chat. Let's talk about your life, man. Because college is a huge decision. It's like a 6-figure decision for a lot of people if you do pharmacy or something. Let's make sure that you're like just heading in the right direction, man. Jillian says, who inspires you? That's a good question. I mean, I have mentors. Like, I want to be like Dan Locke. I want to be like Ramit Sethi. But who really inspires me? Like, they're not public figures. They're the people like in my life, my family, actually. Like my mom, my grandma, my grandparents, the people that took the leap of faith to not throw away everything that they knew, but to let go of everything they knew, to challenge themselves and do something different. I think about my mom. Didn't really know English back then. She took the effort to learn. After work, she would always pay for English lessons. She eventually made it into a really nice corporate job. And a lot of people talk shit about corporate, but there would be no Kevin Yee without corporations today. My mom hustled through all the hard work. She always found a way to provide a warm meal on the table. She consistently challenged herself every single fucking day just to provide for her family what's best. I think about why the fuck I work so hard. People are like, oh, is it the money? Is it the legacy? You know what? It's to provide a better future for my family and to provide a better future for my friends around me and the people I don't know, including you guys. In the future, I want to just provide so much value to people and provide opportunities for people and really change people's lives, man. That's a refugee hustle like dream I have, is just like, let go of something that you're so goddamn comfortable with and do something that's more than you, that's bigger and better, and really test what you are as a person. Damn, I didn't even think I would go that deep. Hey, those 3 people who didn't hit the like button, hit the like button, man. There's 16 people now. 4 people, hit the like button. Add to community, guys. Does anybody still refer to you as doctor? Some people do. It's pretty interesting. I don't really call myself Dr. Kevin Yee, and I prefer not to. But, my boy Mark, he was like, Kevin, you work so goddamn hard for your doctorate degree. Might as well just milk it. Yo, 19 people in here. Those extra 4 people, hit that like button. To me, I don't care if people call me doctor or not. But just has this presence of, I don't know, just people look at you differently as a doctor, right? When you call yourself doctor. Personally, I don't care because doctor is just a title. Doctor doesn't say the type of person you are. It might say certain things like, hey, I graduated from pharmacy school. I worked really hard. I can stick to commitment. I can do certain things. But man, it doesn't make or break you as a person. I don't think that determines you as a person. So you don't need to be a doctor to help people. Steve Jobs never was a doctor. Changed everyone's lives with his iPhone or just smartphones in general. Gary Vee, not a doctor. Dan Locke, not a doctor. Think about most of the people in the world. They're not doctors, man. It doesn't really matter to me. So, yeah, but it just gives, I don't know, for some reason that means a lot to people. What's HTC? HTC is High Ticket Closer Program. I think I have a link in this video about like high ticket closing program webinar. You can check it out if you want. I'm not, and by the way, this stream is not about HTC high ticket closing program at all. I'm not trying to push people in. Doesn't really matter to me, but that's what HTC is. Just pay $3K out of pocket because there's no more financial aid. But I have my bachelor's already, health science. What can I really do with it, man? I'm questioning about grad school. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Tim, I feel your pain. It's like a lot of time we pay these high ticket price tags on these degrees, but we don't even know what we're gonna get. What's the deliverable? What is gonna happen? I feel you, man. What I would do later. So Tim, if you want to reach out to me too, shit. Tim, you true homie, you showed up today. If you want to hit me up through Facebook or Instagram or something. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about reverse engineering and stuff, and we'll go from there, man. My simple advice for you. Okay, I'll give you a 2-minute breakdown. Look at people who graduated from your school or with your degree or not with your degree. Take a look at people that have the same degree as you and reverse engineer. See what kind of jobs they get after and see what really hits you. If you end up not liking shit, there's not one thing. You stalk people on LinkedIn. There's not one job that you're even interested in or anything like that, then drop out, man. There's no point of continuing degree just for shit's sake. And I think that's what fucks over people a lot is the fact that they don't want to be wasting like their time. They don't want to be wasting a certain something, right? So like, for example, people are like, I already graduated pharmacy. I don't want to waste my career, so I might as well just stay in it. That's a wrong mentality to have. Because think about it. You stay in a career, let's say you stay in a career for 20 years. You don't like it. You wasted those 20 years that you could have been doing something else. That's why I don't look at things as a waste. I look at things as you just grow out of it. That's so important to reframe that scarcity mindset that you're wasting something. It's going to hold you back in life, man. And I've I've been there too. I've gone through that too. I know exactly how it feels. It's so uncomfortable knowing that you might be potentially wasting something. But that's the wrong way to look at it. It's never wasting. It's just growing out of certain things. Savage 89 7 says hello. You're awesome, Kez, says Ray. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Your perspective on life is inspiring. Thanks, man. You know, like, I think that's one of the reasons why I did YouTube is not because of views, not because of subscribers. It's just because, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a guru. I'm just a normal dude. Maybe I'm just like a kind of like a personal development, like fucking nerd because I spend a lot of money and I always keep on like reading new books and trying to grow my mindset. But I'm just like you guys, man. Like I'm honestly just like you, and I just want to create content that really helps people. You know, that's why like when haters come on my channel, I don't really care because I know that so many other people like are people like me who wanted to better themselves in their life, but no one else understood. Like, you know how many times in my life where I was looked at as so fucking weird for wanting to leave pharmacy, or looked at kind of like with blank stares, like, hey, you want to leave pharmacy, you want to do something more? That's kind of weird. It's honestly, in this day and age, it's kind of taboo to be working on yourself. I don't know. Maybe that's just like that's just my experience, right? But I'm curious to know, do you guys ever go through the same shit? Do you guys ever like feel weird talking about growing yourself, trying to do more with your life? I don't know. I find that as a common trend, but I could be wrong. Have you ever heard of the Happy Farm D? Hey, no, it's so funny. I was actually talking to Alex the other day. He's a great guy. He actually, I am familiar with him. Supposed to help pharmacists that are burning out or looking for change. Yeah, I don't know anything about his program. I've never bought any of his services, but he's a good guy. That's all I can really say. And from what I understand, he provides a coaching service. But new brand day, like, try it. At the end of the day, things are only money. You can always get that money back, especially if a high income skill. So try it. Will do, bro. I don't have Facebook, so I'll hit you up on Instagram. Hey, make sure that you tell me how you met, because I get a lot of messages. I'm actually really behind on messages for Instagram and Facebook. But hey, guys, I mean, if you guys have messaged me within the last, I would say, 2 months, I hope you guys realize I take the time to shoot videos for all y'all. I don't write back anymore. I'm like, hey, Tim, it was so great. Like, it's so great that you trust me enough just to write so much and find out about your life. You know, this is what I think, X, Y, and Z. Good luck to you. Let me know how it goes. That's how I shoot my videos. I don't even do fucking emails anymore, man. I shoot videos. I shoot videos for people because I realize with a lot of businesses, they just throw people on autoresponder and fucking never respond to them. And for me, like, I hated not responding to you guys. It would fucking kill me, man. Because I know what it's like to like pour your heart and soul into something and not even get an acknowledgement. So every single time, I always try to make an effort to personalize my brand, personalize my responses to you guys, because I know, like, at the end of the day, it would mean a lot for me if I was in my shoes, if I were in your shoes, it'd mean a lot to me if somebody took the time just to show that they gave a fuck, because I know how lonely it is just being alone, man. I respect you. I have a cousin. She just became a pharmacist, and all she do is call me and tell me she regret it. And she's super negative. At least you have the balls to start new. It's not easy, man. I'll tell you this. I feel your cousin. Like, why she feels so negative. But here's the thing. Like, you have to do something different. Like, you have to do something different. Expecting something to just suddenly change, never gonna happen. I did it for 5 years of my life. Like, I really wanted to change the pharmacy system, like corporate and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, sometimes it's just better to just go on your own path. You can at least control it, right? Yeah, yes to your question. And you remind me of Dave Ramsey's philosophy. Live like no one else so you can live give like no one else. Awesome material. You know what's so funny? I actually read Dave Ramsey. So what's interesting is like I don't agree with Dave Ramsey's like money principles, but I love that quote by Dave Ramsey. I actually bought his. Funny thing, his Total Money Makeover was one of the first books I ever bought about personal finance and stuff. By the way, thank you guys for giving me those 20 thumbs up on this video. It's really cool to see that I can just shoot a video from anywhere and so many people are so engaged to my content, man. And it's really cool to see that you guys really care. You know, 21 savages in this chat room. It's really cool to see that you guys care, man. I'm not gonna lie, for a little bit, I was actually really struggling, like where I want to take this channel, what kind of content I want to create, what I want to do with Refugee Hustle and stuff. But man, like every single time I do one of these streams, it's just like it always reminds me why I come back. I try to come back every Sunday just to spend time with you guys, man. Like this, being on these streams means means a lot more to me than probably means to you guys, honestly. I kind of came to Live late, so besides the FU Money, what else do you recommend to read or listen to? There's a lot of books. So FU Money, yeah, there's that book is pretty good. It depends, man. Think about it. It's kind of like if you're trying to look at what you want to do with your life. I don't know. There's so many good books, man. Like, I'm not sure if you watch my videos, but I have like a huge bookcase from top to bottom. Tim, when we talk, why don't we talk about different book ideas and stuff, and maybe I can prescribe different books to you to see what fits in your life situation. Because that's how I look at books nowadays. It's not like I kind of look at it as like different drugs, right? You don't take every single drug. You see what is best for you in that situation, right? Or you can look at it as like skill points from like Fallout or any sort of video game where you only have a certain amount of points where you can put into a certain amount of skills. And it's just like, what do you need most in that situation? Like if you're struggling like with finding your why in life, I suggest reading Start With Why. That's a really cool book. It's about business, but it's really about business, but it's about finding your business life purpose. But for some reason, I found myself like thinking about my life. I also have this hold on Refugee Hustle. I'll post a link in a second. But I have my 5 favorite books. Yeah, I have this post called 5 Books That Will Make You Smarter. I will post it here. Hold on. Yeah. 5 books that will make you smarter. So check out those books. I love those books. Start With Why, Rich Dad Poor Dad, which was okay. I think FU Money's better. I Will Teach You to Be Rich with Personal Finance. No More Mr. Nice Guy. I love that book. Principles, Ray Dalio. Yeah, there's a lot more books. I think I really want to update that post a little more. But yeah, man. Anyways, guys, it's 6:56. I should get going. No lie, I just left all my shit in the hotel. I didn't even bring my backpack, so I should probably go check on it, guys. Hey, thank you guys for showing up to the stream. Thank you guys for those new subscribers to my channel. Just want to thank you. I'm about to get to 6K, and it's only beginning, man. Like I see myself like, I don't know, maybe one day I'll really blow up, but I don't really care about those vanity metrics anymore. If I can just help one person, that's all that really fucking matters. Those are great recommendations from Ty Lopez's website, Simple Programmer. My personal favorite, Thinking Fast and Slow by Day. I gotta check that book out. Actually, you know what's funny? I actually bought yeah, right now I'm like really into marketing books. So I love Richard Branson. What's it? Is it Richard Branson? No, not Richard Branson. Russell Branson's Expert Secrets.com Secrets. Those books were really good. Those are some of my favorite. Like marketing and stuff. 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. I'm reading that book right now. A lot of good books I'm reading right now. Anyways, guys, if you guys have interesting stream ideas for me, also feel free to DM me or shoot me an email. I would love to hear your ideas because honestly, right now I just shoot the shit with you guys, and I'm cool with that. But if you guys want me to talk about certain subject, whether it's about high tea closing or anything like that, let's talk, man. And maybe if you guys like this a lot more, maybe I can do this instead of doing more structured videos all the time. You know, it's a really great way to create content, guys. Just want, hopefully you have a kick-ass week, and I can't wait to update you next week when I have my huge wins. I'll see you guys later. Peace.